Stella, Splash, Simba, Boo, Sammy, Richard, Nancy, Goldie, Ziggy, Ringo, Eva, Hydrox, and Ditto, the Lucky Ferals. It's almost 10 a.m. And here's Ziggy and Nancy. And I was going to show you Nancy because it was so cute how she was laying with the cat grass. But I turned the camera on and she moves. So that's what's going on. Last night, Splash and Simba and I were having some playtime with the laser pointer. And I was pointing the laser at this tray of cat grass. And Splash was having such a good time chasing the laser in the grass. So that's why it's all kind of trampled on this morning. Hello, Ziggy. Hello, Ziggy. You're such a good girl. You're such a good girl, Ziggy. Look at Sammy. It's 3:40 p.m. There's Nancy. She's laying in Boo's bed in Boo's room. There's Richard. He's stretched out by the window. And look at this. It's Ringo. He's hanging out over here by the pillows. You guys happy? It's about 9 a.m. Here's Sammy. And there's Ziggy. And I'm just about to give them their breakfast. They all have to be combed and brushed, which I do every morning. But I wanted to tell you about what's going on today. So this morning, I got a text message from a family member who lives in another state, who I don't talk to very often. But they were telling me that they're really upset because they took their dog to the emergency room on Friday because their regular vet was not open. And the dog was having a problem with her eye. And she had an ulcer in her eye previously, but it had gone away. But it looked like maybe there was another ulcer forming. So she took her to the emergency vet. And the emergency vet prescribed medication, like I don't know if it's like an antibiotic or steroid, that's what she told me. And it proceeded to make the eye worse over the weekend. So she made an appointment with her regular vet, and she just found out that what was prescribed was completely the wrong thing, and that if she would have continued giving it to her dog, she most likely would have lost the eye, like the eye, I think she said it would have ruptured or something like that. And she texted me some of the correspondence that she had sent to the emergency room. And when I saw the name on it, I flipped out. It's the same company. It's the same company that killed Stella. Like, I was in shock. So I right away was like, please tell me it is not such and such, naming the name. And she's like, yeah, it is. Why? And then I told her that that was the same company that killed my cat back in February. So, yeah, it's shocking. So please never, ever, ever take an animal to an open concept veterinary emergency room. I'm not naming names, but all you have to do is look into that and you'll find out the name really easily. Never take a pet to an open concept veterinary emergency room. It's 12:26 p.m. Here's Sammy. She's relaxing in her box in the kitchen. Sammy likes to have several boxes throughout the house because boxes are Sammy's favorite place to relax. Right, Sammy? You happy in your box? How you doing, Sammy? You okay? Right now, it's almost 95 degrees out, so it's really hot and humid today. Here's Splash. He's laying on my bed. This is one of Splash's favorite places during the day. He loves laying on the bed. I feel a little bad because if Stella was here, the two of them would be cuddled up together on the bed. That's what they used to do together, the two of them. Right now, Simba is in the room also. He's underneath the bed. They go under there because it's cool, and I did not have the air conditioning on earlier. But now that the air conditioning's on, they usually, come out from under the bed. They'll lay on top of the bed or on the cat tower or the bunk bed or the top of the armoire. And what I do is I leave the TV on for them, and they love Leave It to Beaver. If you've never watched Leave It to Beaver, it's a show from the 1950s. It's just a really relaxing family show. And it has two little boys, Beaver and Wally, the two brothers, and they remind me a lot of Splash and Simba. So I think that's why Splash and Simba enjoy watching it. Also, it's not crazy. There's not a lot of loud activity, a lot of fighting or anything like that. It's pretty mellow. It's a mellow show, so they enjoy it. And when they're not watching that, they'll be listening to music. They have two favorite types of music to listen to. They have relaxing harp music. They love that. And they also love the David Tye Music for Cats albums. I turn the sound off when I'm filming the videos, so that's why it's nice and quiet and we could look at Splash. Splash is such a big boy. How you doing, Splashy? You tired? I was looking at the security camera footage from overnight, and Splash and Simba had a good time. I think they were hunting a bug for a little while in Boo's room. And I don't think Splash pooped yesterday, so Splash had diarrhea for a few days. And I gave him just some bland chicken to eat and some freeze-dried chicken. And I've been checking the litter boxes, and I haven't seen any diarrhea from yesterday. So hopefully he'll use a litter box today. And hopefully he'll be back to normal. Right, Splashy? Splash does not like me talking about these types of things. Okay, Splash, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But what Splash does like is getting brushed. And this is his favorite time of day to get brushed and his favorite place to get brushed. For some reason, he's very comfortable getting brushed when he's laying on the bed. He doesn't like getting brushed in the living room. That's where I brush Simba in the morning sometimes. If Simba's laying on the play rug in the living room, that's just where I brush him. And then Splash will run away if I try to brush him there. But if he's sitting here on the bed, then he really enjoys being brushed. Elevator butt. Elevator butt. It's about 5:30 p.m. and this is some packing paper that arrived in an Amazon order. So I ordered some dry cat food and they send it in a giant box, and then there was all this packing paper. And the cats love playing with packing paper. So I put the packing paper here on the floor. You want to see what's going on? Who's in there? Who's in the packing paper? Is someone laying in the paper? Who's laying in the paper? Oh, it's Sammy. Go back in. Go back in. Go ahead, lay down. Oh, you want to lay in the box in your paper? Okay. Sammy has a box here that she likes to lay in. So she's going to lay in the box under the paper. Oh, no. You want me to move the box out? Okay, now lay in the box. And we'll put the paper over you. No, you don't want to lay there? She doesn't want to lay there because it's in the direct line of the air coming out of the air conditioning vent. Okay, lay in your paper. You could go back in. You go back in. Meanwhile, here's Richard, although it does look like Ringo. I want to say this is Ringo, but the fur looks like a mackerel tabby, in which case it would be Richard. Yeah, this is Richard, because Ringo would flip out if I was this close to him. Pets, pet, 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 pet. It is 6:30 a.m. Look at this mess in here. I got to clean it up today, but we had a good time last night, right, Simba? We had some playtime. I just woke up from a dream about Boo. Boo was in a dream, and it felt so good, like, to see Boo again. Although it makes me really sad right now because he's not here. But in the dream, he was so happy. It made me remember how happy he was and how full of life he was and how he just loved everything. Boo radiated love. Like, he just loved everything. And it was a weird dream. It wasn't like a normal dream. I don't remember how it started. I just remember that I was in New York City with some friends that I have not seen in many years. I'm like not even friends with them anymore. And we were doing some sightseeing. And at one point, it was like this weird optical illusion where it looked like you're in Paris, France, but you're actually in New York City. It was just the strangest, weirdest thing. And then I remember we were like walking around and I was waiting for Boo because he was at a vet's office and he was having some kind of procedure done at the vet's office. And it was like some kind of recheck on a spay and neuter. It was strange. It wasn't like a normal procedure. It was like he had to be rechecked on his neuter. It was just so strange. And I remember going to the vet's office, and it was actually like almost like the emergency room that Stella went to. And I had to settle the bill, and they were trying to charge me for things that were not mine. I was like, no, that's not mine. That's not mine. And then I went back to like a hotel room, but then we went out again. And I just remember waiting for a phone call from the animal hospital where Boo was. And I remember thinking, well, they close at 7. Why is nobody calling me? Like, what's going on? Maybe I need to call them. Meanwhile, the friends that I was with, who I'm no longer friends with because I found out that, like, they really weren't good friends to me. They were getting, like, annoyed with me. They were like, oh, it's just a cat. Oh, stop being bothered by it. What does it matter? And just saying, like, all kinds of, you know, not the nicest, most compassionate things. And then I was getting, you know, concerned because I hadn't heard from the animal hospital where Boo was, and all I wanted to do was go pick him up. And I was like, I'm just going to go pick him up. I don't care if they don't call me. I know they close at 7. I'm just going to go, and I'm just going to go get him. And then the next thing I know, I woke up. And Simba jumped on the bed, and he wanted a whole bunch of pets, so I gave him a whole bunch of pets. It was so nice to be with Boo again. Here's Simba, he's concerned about me. I just realized what triggered that dream. So, you know, I spent most of the day yesterday going back and forth with a family member about this horrible corporate emergency room, about this horrible chain of corporate emergency rooms that are just, you know, damaging pets. So I checked my email. Like, I woke up at 4 a.m., and I checked my emails, and I had 2 emails from this family member, and I was reading one of them, and one of them was a letter that they're sending to the emergency room and their normal vet. And it was a very, very professional letter, very extensive. So I read that letter, and then I was like, well, it's only 4:30 a.m. I need to try to get more sleep. So that's when I tried to fall asleep, and then that's when I had the dream about Boo. So I know it triggered it, but still. Anyway, today is weigh day for Simba. I'm hoping we've gotten past this plateau that we've been at for the past several weeks. I did make some changes to what Simba's been eating. So at night, instead of just getting a little bit of crunchies, they've been getting freeze-dried chicken with a little bit of crunchies. So I've cut back on the crunchies and I just added freeze-dried chicken. And then in these automatic feeders, instead of getting a tablespoon of crunchies around 4 a.m., Simba's been getting some freeze-dried minnows and a little bit of freeze-dried chicken. And Splash got some freeze-dried chicken and freeze-dried rabbit. So I'm hoping we're seeing a difference. Here's Simba on top of the cat tower. And here's what it says on the scale, 19 pounds, 2 ounces. We have not got past this plateau. This is the same thing he's weighed the past few weeks. It's about 8:10 a.m. and here's Splash. And I checked the security camera footage from overnight to see who was using which litter box. And from what I could tell, Splash used the litter box in the white enclosure twice, like once around 4 a.m. and once around 6 a.m. So when I scooped that litter this morning, what I found was a clump of pee and also some solid poop. So hopefully Splash is past his diarrhea. Like he was not using the litter box at all yesterday, which made me think, okay, maybe he's doing better. Like he was acting like he was feeling better. And if he was the only cat using that litter box, and according to the security camera footage he was, then that would indicate he doesn't have diarrhea anymore. Good job, Splash. And here's Simba. Simba just took a poop. So I'm going to weigh him again, and we're going to see what he weighs. And this will be his official weigh-in. Hopefully, he pooped out an ounce or 2. Here's Simba. I just put him on the scale. And that's what it says on the scale, 19 pounds, 2 ounces. So I guess he didn't even poop out an ounce. But I also gave him a squeeze up with a little freeze-dried chicken with his supplement in it this morning. It's about 7:35 p.m. I just gave the cats a new toy. I don't know what this is called. Oh, hold on. This is a P03 smart cat toy. I believe a viewer gave it to them, but I haven't had a chance to like charge it up and put it together for them. So I just did it. And as you can see, they're like just watching it. They don't really know what to make of it. But I do like the size of it because it's not going to be able to get under like the sofa and stuff like that. And we'll see if they want to chase it. Oh, there's Ziggy. Look at Ziggy's tail. I was just vacuuming and I thought all the members of the Lucky 7 went downstairs, but I guess not. I guess she's still up here. I hope she's not trying to attack Simba. Simba's growling at her. Ziggy, you gotta go downstairs because we're gonna eat, okay? Okay? I have caught Ziggy trying to ambush either Splash or Simba in the past. And the other night, Sammy tried to ambush Simba, so. It is almost 8 a.m. and here's Simba. Good morning, Simba. He jumped here on the bed this morning. I had a rough morning. It was one of those nights where I woke up at like 4 o'clock in the morning with a ton of energy, and I could not get back to sleep for a while. And when I tried getting back to sleep, I just kept thinking of Boo and, you know, what happened with Boo and how much I miss Boo and stuff like that. So then I got up and I was interacting with Splash and Simba for a while. I gave them a few treats, and eventually I was able to fall back asleep, and I just woke up around 7:30. And it's another gray and rainy day, and the weather this summer has not been helping at all, because the majority of the days have just been gray and rainy, and if it's not gray and rainy, it's been super, super hot out, like almost 100 degrees or more than 100 degrees. So I just need some really nice days. Right, Simba? Right, Simba? We want some really nice weather. I fully understand that the vlogs for season 8 are not the most enjoyable vlogs to watch, that they can be very difficult for many people to watch, specifically subscribers to this channel. But I feel that they are extremely important to post because they document the entire situation, and not just what happened with Stella, but also what happened with Sammy, having a missing cat, being able to get the missing cat back, going through the grieving process. When I was deep in grief over Stella, all I wanted to do was watch videos of other people that were going through the same thing. So if these videos can do that, then they have served their purpose. You also have to remember that videos that are posted to YouTube can reach new people many years later. I have people still watching the original Boo Day videos or the original videos of Stella, Splash, and Simba living outside who are seeing them for the first time many years after I posted them, and who are learning things from them or who are being helped by them. So just because I post a video today doesn't mean I'm only posting it for the people who are watching it today. I am posting it for the people who might be watching it 5 years from today, 10 years from today. I'm posting it for that one person who might find incredible help or solace in that video. So that's what's going on. I apologize if the videos have not been really happy, but I've always used this channel to expose truth, and that's what I feel is very important for me to do with season 8. And another reason why I didn't sleep well and couldn't fall back asleep very easily was because my shoulder and my arm was really bothering me. So the pain has been coming back, but just in like a different way. And yesterday, the pain in my shoulder was radiating out toward my neck and down my arm, and it was just so uncomfortable. It wasn't as bad as it was 4 weeks ago when I could not move my arm. At least now I can move my arm, but if I move it in certain ways, then I get like a lot of pain. And sometimes in general, it just aches me. So I'm continuing on with like a diet and supplement protocol to try to get rid of the calcium that's in my shoulder. What I'm thinking is that this time I had more calcium than I did previously. Also, I was watching a video yesterday. It was not about calcium in shoulders, but the woman in the video pretty much explained why I have this calcium in my shoulder. It was like a random occurrence that I came across the information. And what she shared was that when you're going through times of stress, and I went through extreme stress with Stella, that your body dumps magnesium. So the magnesium in your body pretty much gets flushed out because of the stress, and it puts you in a magnesium deficit. And when you're in a magnesium deficit, your body is prone to depositing calcium where it doesn't belong. And in my example, it's my shoulder. So that explains why I've had this condition twice now, and it's always several months after a cat passes away. The last time I had this was in 2022, a few months after Ditto passed away, and now I have it again in 2025. a few months after Stella and Boo passed away. But this time it's a lot worse, but that makes sense because this time I had 2 cats pass away and a ridiculous amount of stress for 3 or 4 straight months. So that's what I'm dealing with also. This is how Simba plays with me. Notice I'm the one that puts in all the effort. What Simba's doing right now is he's telling me he's hungry. Simba, are you hungry? You want breakfast? Simba, you want breakfast? Simba, are you hungry? Do you want breakfast? Come on. Want to eat? Want to eat, Simba? He's like, yeah. Let's eat. Okay, let's eat breakfast. It's 10:52 a.m. Look at little Eva. She's sitting with her paws in my flip-flop. Look how cute she is. I know she likes me, but she's just afraid of me, and I don't know why she's so afraid of me. She's been living in this house for like 2.5 years now. How you doing, Eva? You like the shoe? You like the shoe? You good? So there's a Gap outlet in one of the local malls. And every year I usually go there and get 1 or 2 pairs of flip-flops that last me through the summer because I pretty much live in flip-flops through the summer. And I used to get them for like $1.99 each. I paid more than that this year, but I still like to get a fresh pair or 2 of flip-flops for the summer. Right, Eva? And I've been getting a lot of white items recently just because in case we do get fleas, then I could see every little speck. It's 2:12 p.m. and look at Nancy. She's so cute. She just got up from a nap. She was napping in Stella's castle. Look at all these toys all over the place. The entire house has been napping for almost the past 2 hours, including myself. It's crazy. So I only ended up getting, I don't know, like 5 hours of sleep last night. So I was doing work this morning. I got a lot of work done on my computer, like work, day job work kind of stuff. And I got so much done. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna relax for a minute. Well, I was working on the day sofa in Boo's room, and that thing is so comfortable. The next thing I know, I dozed off. I thought I was just gonna relax. I'll lay down for like 10 minutes, just relax. No, I dozed off, and I had the most amazing nap for an hour and a half. It was incredible. And then when I woke up, I was like, oh my gosh, the house is so empty. Like nobody, not a creature was stirring, like nobody. And I looked around and everyone was taking a nap. And look at Nancy, look how cute she is. Nancy, you're so cute. In my hands, I have 2 snacks, one for Splash and one for Simba. So I'm testing out my little crock pot, and I made some chicken in the crock pot. I want to see if they like it. And then I have some oral care treats and then some bench and field treats. After I give Splash and Simba their snacks, then I'm going to give the Lucky 7 their snacks. Thank you for watching this Lucky Ferals video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you'd like me to post more videos, and please make sure to check out these other videos that were selected especially for you.